Yeah, Wasim, sounds great and all, but I really have to run it through with my partner. We've been married for 3 years now, and a decision like this, I really have to talk to her about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay. Absolutely no problem. I do remember you know, telling me before, we did the call that you did discuss this with your partner before, and she knew you were on the call, and she
Yeah.
was okay with you being on the call. Can you like enlighten me on that a little bit more?
She knows I'm on the call, and she's definitely fine with it.
Yeah.
She sees the vision and she supports it, but I just have to let her know about the stats, about the numbers,
Yeah. You mean about the investment
about, yeah.
itself? Like, okay, got it, got it. Interesting. Because, okay, I mean, I have absolutely no problem with you doing it. It's just that, you told me earlier in the call that it wouldn't be a problem for you to do an investment in yourself. I mean, otherwise, I wouldn't have made the offer. If I knew your partner would be part of this decision, I would, I would have actually told you right from the beginning, like, go ahead and, ask your partner for permission and then come back to me. So that's a little bit what confuses me. Like, um, do you really have to run it with your partner, or is there something else going on that you would like to tell me?
No, Wasim, I can do the investment. I'm the breadwinner at the house,
Yeah,
but it's just a thing of I like to get that double check, yes, go for it
yeah.
from her, just in case I'm making a dumb decision.
Perfect, perfect. Now I understand. Now I understand. So, I mean, you've obviously been thinking about getting started with high ticket sales for a while now, right? Like you've told me you've been researching it for the past 2 years. You've been
Yeah.
thinking about making that step, but you still haven't made that step. Now you jumped with me on this call to get clarity. And first of all, do you feel like you got all the clarity that you needed from my side in order to be able to know if, high ticket sales is the right thing for you or not?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And you've been researching the topic for the past 2 years, but has your partner been researching it or not really?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
And why did you decide to do this call specifically with me today?
I mean, you're the expert.
Yeah, right?
You got the information I'm looking for. As I asked you all the questions previously on the call,
Yeah,
and you have the answer so far. So
exactly,
that's what
exactly.
I thought.
Let me just flip it totally around if that's obviously okay with you. Is it
Yeah,
cool?
yeah, of course.
Let's say you have like some crazy tumor, growing from your shoulder, like Peter Griffin from Family
Yeah,
Guy when like the fucking tumor was growing and
got
then
it.
he got like a new version of himself, right? Let's say you have something like that going on.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna go to ask about, what the hell is going on with like my shoulder with this tumor? Who are you gonna go to?
So I'll go to the doctor, man.
Yeah, right. It would make a
Yeah.
lot of sense to go to the doctor and not to your own partner. Like
Yeah.
how weird would it be if you go ahead and you ask your partner about the tumor and
Yeah.
what it is, right?
Yeah, that's turn off.
What do you mean a turn off?
Yeah, I wouldn't go to her with showing her my tumor. Yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with showing her the tumor. She's your partner at the
Yeah,
end
yeah.
of the day. And by the way, I'm not debating you on not trying to debate you on like you just like being and discussing with your partner, and you can do so all you want, but I just want to get to the core of what is going on here, because as a mentor I feel like I have to do this in order to actually help you overcome those patterns that you've been stuck in the past 2 years, why
Yeah.
you haven't been able to make that decision. And it's cool with you, by the way, of me doing
I
this, right? So we
totally
can just spar
understand. Yeah.
together and stuff like that.
Yeah. I
At the end of
appreciate
the
it.
day, this is just a call, and I cannot bite through the screen or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
so like you wouldn't go to your partner and ask about the tumor, right?
No,
Like
no,
it wouldn't make sense. She's not the expert
no.
in that,
I
right?
wouldn't tell.
So what makes you think that this topic, which you've been thinking about and researching for the past 2 years, and you booked in a call with, an expert like myself to, get the information and all that kind of stuff, the clarity that you need to get in order to make a decision. What makes you think your partner would be the right person to go ahead and discuss with if you are making the right decision by
Right.
becoming a high ticket closer? If you wouldn't do the same with the tumor on
Yeah.
your shoulder.
No.
Makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Thinking about it, it does make a lot of sense. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I don't want us to avoid the real root of what is going on here. So, most people, when they say they have to discuss with their partner, to me, when they've told me earlier that they already discussed with their partner and they are the breadwinner and they can make investments, it is then it's just a matter of that they are not 100% convinced about the entire process and what is going on here, or maybe something isn't clear.
Yeah.
Could that be the case with you as well, and that is the reason why you're telling me that you need to discuss it with your partner?
No, everything is clear, man. You've done a good job. I
Oh, okay.
asked all the questions I had.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't the case.
You're making my job really easy now by saying that. I was wishing that there was something so we can actually talk about it. So, anyway, you understand now
Yeah.
that it wouldn't make a lot of sense to go to your partner to ask,
Yeah.
if this is the right decision, right? Because she doesn't really know much about high ticket sales. So how can she, tell you if this is the right decision or not?
Right, makes sense. And in fact,
Yeah.
if I do go and ask her, things will only become more blurry because she doesn't have the info I need.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly, exactly.
Right.
But this is what I was getting to. She doesn't have the info that you need, but who does?
Yeah, you in front of me.
Of course. So please go ahead and ask me any questions that you may or may not have right now that are keeping you from making that decision with full confidence right now on this call with me. And the decision could be a no as well, by the way, totally okay. But as long as you make that decision, because you've been thinking about it already long enough for 2 years, and you've been discussing it with your partner for long enough as well. Like you've had conversations with your partner
Yeah.
about this, right?
Mhm.
Before.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, how many more are you gonna have? Don't you think? She just wants to see you get results, like,
Right.
actually.
Right, man. Yeah, that was very helpful, and I think I should just cut the bullshit and stop going up to her, asking her these questions, making it even more blurry for myself.
Yeah.
I think I should just go for it, man. Yeah.
You think you should go for it?
Yeah, yeah, let's do it.
Wait,
do it.
are you 100% sure?
I'm sure. Yeah. I think comes from a place of scared
Yeah,
because I've never made an investment
sure.
such like this one.
I respect that.
Yeah.
And
But
you
no,
you want to
man.
you want to do it regardless of you feeling that scariness right now?
Yeah,
Whatever you
otherwise
call
I'm
it.
just gonna go back to my wife again, and
Sure.
it's gonna be it's gonna be the same old story.
Mm.
So I should just do it, even though I feel this way.
And what if it is the same story? Like, what if you don't do it and you go to your wife and she tells you, not to do it because she doesn't understand anything about it and she thinks that everything online isn't legit anyway? Like, what then?
Man, I won't be able to buy the things I want for her and for myself, and
Yeah, right.
it will just be me again, living paycheck to paycheck, being scared to make such an investment like this. Because I also want to make investments in my health,
Yeah.
and I know that those cost money,
Yeah,
so I need to make more money.
yeah,
So that will happen. If that will happen,
Yeah.
I'll stay in the same position.
and what do you feel like? You are in this position right now where this amount of money is a lot to you. How do you feel about even being in that position?
Being in this
That
position,
that this amount of money,
yeah,
which in my eyes isn't a lot,
yeah,
but it feels like a lot to you. How
right.
does that feel to you to be in that position?
It feels like life is unfair, but I have to do it. Just sitting there saying it's unfair will not help me grow, man. Because some people, it's not a lot of money for them. Yeah, they
Yeah.
spend that within 10 minutes just buying an Apple Watch, for example.
So
You
do you
know?
want to be that type of person? Do you want to be the type of person that can sit here and make investments like these without it being an issue?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
That's something. That's the guy I see myself becoming after I do this.
Yeah. So what has to happen now?
I'm not gonna talk to my wife. I'm just gonna go for it, and I want to do the investment. So Wasim, guide me through. Like, send me a link, some
Okay, okay.
details.
I got you. I got you. No worries. Calm down. Cool. Let's go for it.
Let's do it, man.
Okay. And then you send the link and pretty much that's it. Now, I exaggerated this one way too much, but you get the point. You want to first of all level with them, no problem. You want to understand, is it like they just want to let their partner know type of thing, or is it that they are hiding behind their partner? Is it that they are not confident themselves in doing it and they're just using their partner as an excuse? Most of the time it's the second one, right? And then you just give them the example of your partner isn't the right person to discuss this thing with because they're not an expert on the field, but I am. So go ahead and ask me any questions that you have. Then you handle those questions, and then you basically handle that partner objection that way. You want to do it in a way where there's no resistance. You want to just level with the prospect. You can make jokes throughout it. You know, jokes are always good, they always help. And you can always also use the simple one, which is, you know, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than for permission, and then you kind of like laugh it off and you do it like that. So that is the spouse slash partner objection. Now obviously, if you are sensing there's a lot of resistance from their end when you are handling this one, then I want you to let them discuss it with their partner, and most likely they won't return to you. But yeah, sometimes they do return to you, and sometimes I do let them discuss it with the partner. But most of the time, I pre-handle this one very well, so it doesn't come up.